Greetings and welcome to Armored Core Reforged, the series where I take the preset ACs of the game and optimize them to the best of my abilities, preferably making them viable in PvP. The process will consist of me going over the original build, then I will go over the upgraded version and all the thought behind it. And then finally, me and a volunteer will do a final PvP test to see which version of the build is indeed superior. As well as after this video goes up, I will be making a community post where you guys can vote as to which preset will be the next featured on Reforged. But all that said, you have yourself a very good one, and enjoy. Greetings and welcome back to Reforged. This episode we're going to be taking a look at Gun 6 Hermit. If I sound like shit, it is because I am sick. This build was upgraded on the last live last Monday, so if you want to be kept up to date and interact and share your own input on how these builds can get upgraded, as well as join us for the Requiem lives indeed, yeah, feel free to keep me in mind for a Monday. But all said, let's get into the details of the original Gun 6. Alrighty, so Gun 6's Hermit is a middleweight bipedal AC with the intention on high stagger at any range, mainly close because of our handgun, and then using a bazooka as a finisher. For the primary weapons, we have the Glock handgun, a solid choice for a high stagger buildup at a close range. It hits pretty hard, but it is quite slow firing, especially when it's compared to something like the Sampu burst handgun or the Viento. Next, we have the Kwanji bazooka, which is a very solid bazooka choice for its high damage and direct hit adjustment. For the shoulder mounts, we have the Bala Multi 06, a very solid medium to close range missile launcher for constant fire, constant stagger buildup, constant pressure, as well as it's very good for barrel stuffing, as the missiles will tend to hit even at a very close range. And then lastly, we have the Balaam G208 split missile single variant. This is a solid missile for medium to long range. Close range is kind of where it starts to miss a lot, but it is a solid option at D. The tracking is mighty. For the frame parts, all Melander pieces, which definitely lend themselves to being very good middleweight AC parts. We're even hitting the 310 speed threshold, which is about the minimum for most middleweights indeed. For inner parts, for the booster, we have the PO4, the ultimate all-rounder booster. For FCS, we have the Albabot, the second best close range assist FCS. For generator, we have the Langtai, which has max EN recharge and supply recovery, which this build definitely needs considering its EN load is about to be overboard, which means its stamina is not going to recharge very fast, so it definitely needs it to the recharge to at least start as quickly as possible. And for expansion, nada. Shattered is going to love this. For the playstyle of this AC, stick to a close range, fire up missiles and handgun to build up stagger, and then bazooka to capitalize on it. And if the enemy is a little more durable than that, you can of course just fire the bazooka out every now and again to break even more stagger. You can go for some direct hit adjustment kicks, and you'll be pretty well off. Just make sure when shooting bazooka, wait for them to be near a wall or the ground, so your shot has much more likelihood of hitting indeed. Or just barrel stuff them and then shoot. Yep, this is the original Gun 6 Hermit. Let's take him into the forge. And here we are, Reforged. For the primary weapons, I ended up switching the Glock to the Sampu, as it will achieve the same goal of close range stagger buildup, only at a much faster pace. Next, I ended up changing the bazooka to the detonating bazooka Javelin Alpha, and that is because with our new assortment of parts, we can now handle it while being, in fact, faster, which is great. Also, just compare the stats. Oh my god, look at that direct hit adjustment increase. God damn. For the shoulder mounts, I ended up switching the Balaam missiles to the Siege missile launcher, which is a primary weapon, but still a missile launcher, so I feel it is fine. But yeah, no, this missile launcher is incredibly strong. If you can afford it at your speed, it is worth having indeed if you want some good old, very strong missiles indeed. Can be very hard to avoid and do a lot of damage. As well as I ended up switching the split missile to the Javelin Beta. For its guidance and stagger is insane, and just, yeah, worth having if you just want a missile that can work both at afar or up close. Especially if stagger is your main goal. For frame parts, going with the 44D head. For of course its great stats, as well as its nice split and aptitude stability and AP. Mind Alpha Core for its impressive stats, as well as it can keep us in the 340 or 330 speed threshold. Going with the Bastio arms for the same reason of the core, meaning the weight to defense ratio. And despite our loss in firearm and recoil control, our arms can definitely handle our weapon as long as our FCS is indeed Ocellus, which it is. And keeping the Melander legs as well, because they are just goated for our speed threshold. For inner parts, going with the Alula booster. Not only is it a much lighter booster compared to the PO4, which will allow us to get to the 330 speed threshold, but its assault boost thrust is indeed mighty, allowing us to close the distance against a lot of builds indeed. And for FCS, switching over to the superior close range Ocellus.
Ocellus. For generator, switching to the Akushi for its nice regen and capacity, and with its our current EN load is looking great, which means we're going to have a lot of quick stamina recovery. And for expansion, Pulse Armor, as it is most useful in most scenarios. And the flow of this build is very similar, just fire out your missiles, move in, build up high amounts of stagger with your arm, or handgun, and then bazooka. That direct hit adjustment is indeed quite nutty. And this, yeah, rinse and repeat. But yes, this is Reforged. Me and Shattered will do the PvP test in a minute. But first I want to address last episode of Reforged. We took a look at Invincible Remy's Mad Stomp. And in that video I asked y'all to give Mad Stomp a new Reforged name. And honestly I can't really decide. I'm caught in between Rampage and Crushing Insanity. I think both are catchy and fitting names indeed. So I'll again leave it all up to you, as I found those two names to be equally epic sauce indeed. But with that out of the way, I am intrigued to see what y'all give this AC, its new name indeed, in the comments. But yes, enjoy the PvP. As usual, Shattered will be using the original, I'll be using the Reforged, and yeah, enjoy.
It always gets longer than you originally planned for.
Oh, 1000%, because you just add more and more and more. That's cool, the story gets bigger, but I mean, no, it's called needs more work.
With the Bashful Arms.
Yep, I figure the Senpu can definitely handle it, and yeah, might as well get those defenses out. And considering I believe he has the Albabot, basically the lesser Ocellus anyway, so won't hurt us.
Yeah, I don't even know what. Yeah, I don't even know what.
Ooh, I didn't even notice, but I'm just becoming overburdened whenever I hold the siege missile launcher. Interesting.
Trading.
The hell yeah. Bombs.
Oh, that hurt.
Bombs. Bombers.
Damn it. I don't have the energy to properly, like, dodge ton. Boost? What fucking generator is this guy running?
Oh, the bombs.
Ow. It's so Jomer.
Yes,
have you fucking hit me with once with your...
I don't know. I've been kind of just whiffing it out a little bit. Oh, they're that locked down. It doesn't do a whole lot of stagger outside of
Ow.
Ricky Rat.
Oh,
Oh jeez.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels balanced though. It's not like the Majestic or is like how hard it is to hit on stagger. You know?
Oh yeah.
So we're really good at it. Yeah, I always feel like it.
Ooh. What the hell?
It's always so close.
Oh yeah. Absolutely epic sauce.
Ow.
Fortnite.
I saw it coming as I launched it. I was like, this is bad.
Ricky Rat.
Ow.
Yeah, it's gotta wait till I can use like ground and stuff like that. God, it's so weird. Desynced missiles.
I had to be
are
really
cool.
careful with my boosts.
Oh yeah.
Ow, that's it.
That is shit. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't hear shit. It's so weird how being like sick. No, it's because I'm sick. My ears are all like fucky. Feels like it's like my ears are congested. It's weird.
I have like a thing where
Cringe.
my nose keeps like bleeding. Like I woke up like yesterday and my nose was bleeding like,
Jeez.
really badly. I have no idea why.
You drinking that water?
Yeah, I'm drinking water. I drink like a ton of water.
I don't know then.
I could have won that last match if I just had expansion.
Maybe.
Yeah, I shouldn't fire that, but no, it's too close.
You run.
Ow.
I think that siege is locked on. Let's see. Premature shots are dope.
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, Javelin, get his ass. Prank him, John.
Frankie John out.
Prank him, John. Ooh.
Damn it, I can't. I want to switch his stagger punish. The javelin alpha score.
Javelin Alpha, Javelin Beta. Moments. Prank him, John.
I need to not just fire it when I'm like
Bolts.
above you or below you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You-
GG. Alrighty, and that is it for this video. If you did enjoy, that is most epic. If you, want to see Shattered's comic, which is almost finished, and they'll be moving on to the next project, feel free to check the link in the description below, or the links to his social medias, indeed. So yeah, as well as I'm going to be doing a sub goal / challenge. If you want to vote on whether or not that becomes a thing or not, I just posted it as a community post, so you can go check it out. But yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching, indeed. Y'all mean the world to me, and I'll catch y'all next time, whether that is in the Eclipse of Rubicon or the live or what have ye. But yeah, always said, y'all have yourself a very good one and a peace.